Yo, what's up? It's your boy Mpzee. Just chilling at the crib, you know what I mean? Uh, just wanted to go over some few things. I kind of had something on my chest that I wanted to kind of get off, talk about a little bit. And it was a question, really. And tell me what you think about it. Matter of fact, you'll find me on IGY_6_productions on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook. You'll find me as mpz.igy6. And also coming soon is the book, Lose Your Mind, Find Your Soul. That will be coming up and be released. What commerces or whatever you find them on, I haven't sealed a deal on that yet, so I will be letting you know on that on up and coming videos. But the question I had that I want to kind of discuss today is, how would your perception of yourself change if viewed through the lens of those who love you? And I want to know what you guys thought about that. It's how would your perception change of yourself viewed through the lens of those who love you? And when I initially thought about that, I thought about it. First thing came to mind was like, who cares what someone else think or how they feel I should be or how they see me. So that was something I was toiling with, and I went through my mind over and over and over and over again about. And then the next thing I thought about was, okay, how would my perception be of myself if I took the advice of other people, and people that are positive people that have gone through that journey of change, which some people call shadow work. And when you hear that, shadow, it kind of deters a lot of people from using that terminology because of the fact that shadow work kind of, seem like it works or correlates with, something of a dark place, of evil or something. And in a sense, you can't kind of look at it like that because of the fact that, a lot of pain and hurt along the way on your journey comes from, things that happen to you, traumatic situations that you experience and so forth. And so I can see how that fits in as being, kind of that realm of that evil or that lower self. But what it implies is your character. It implies a part of your life, or some people, say past life or so forth, that, you experience certain things and through those experiences, you were hurt, and sometimes that pain linger on. Sometimes it even affects your mental state. And a lot of times we don't like to discuss that. I mean, we like to keep it moving. We like to tell ourselves it's okay, we're going to get through this. But what comes up later is how it affects you in every moment that you're going through your life and that you're dealing with other people. And the most horrible thing about it is that if you're dealing with somebody that has dealt with trauma or has been affected by some type of pain or hurt, you know what I'm saying, it plays out. And when it plays out, you never know the outcome of it. But of course, 9 times out of 10, it gets toxic. And so I kind of stay in the realm of that because lately I've been doing a lot of shadow work, and I've been really kind of just trying to focus on myself to become a better person, become a better man, become prepare for my husbandship, the moment that I find my forever after, if that's even a thing, And a lot of times I get to a point in all that I feel like, damn, will it ever happen? Will I find that person that understands me and accept me for me? And especially now, during the time or as I come up on afterwards of doing my shadow work, will a person understand that? Will they be able to step into that realm and accept that's what is taking place? Because a lot of things come forth, a lot of things come out, and um, we always got to remember that, a lot of us are not future planners. We're in the moment, and whatever take place, we see that as what it is in that moment. And I have had several, for instance, like, whereas that, certain fears come up or moments happen, whereas that it reminds me of that pain or that traumatic moment that I experienced. And so therefore, it's a message being sent to that individual, and that individual, when they receive it, they like, hell, and they pass judgment. And so what I start to do, what I put in place of that is that the moment that I recognize it, I take ownership. And not only do I take ownership, I begin to explain what I'm going through or why I reacted that way or why I said this or why I said that. Because I feel like, it's not just a matter of me trying to prove that to someone else, but it's much needed in that moment for me to understand my actions and honing into what I need to change and taking responsibility. So when I think about that question, how was your perception of yourself change if viewed through the lens of those who love you? Sometimes you have to step outside of yourself. And when you step outside of yourself, you begin to realize or you begin to see things how other people see them. And so that became important to me. And it kind of debunk that idea, who cares what someone else think or this and that. I mean, on a broader scale, that's understandable, to consider that and be like, yo, well, I'm not worried about what somebody else think. But those that you interact with, those that care about you, those that love you, and also keep in mind those who are also dealing with these the effects of trauma, the experience, the hurt and pain, those that's living in fear. In order for us to really heal and begin this process of changing our mind state, to change our life, we have to take this into consideration. We have to become accountable people, individual people. And to me, that shows that independence in a collective state, because, we're so quick to say, hey, I love you. We're so quick to say, I'm in love. And we use all these terms loosely, but when it comes to defining them in our action is where we really struggle at. And a lot of people can only relate those actions or the understanding of what these words, these terms mean is to their trauma. So this is what I mean when I say seeing things through the lens and of how other people see you or how you see other people and making that judgment. A lot of people have a problem with using the term judgment, but it's a criteria set. Just as well as there's a higher standard quality criteria, there's also a lower standard quality. Let me repeat that. A lower standard quality criteria as well. Because without your mixture of evil, you wouldn't understand what good is. Without your mixture of good, you wouldn't understand what evil is. There's a right and left to everything, and there's an understanding that I believe that we're going to have to approach. We're going to have to start taking to approach that healing process, doing that shallow work. And so, I just want to remind you guys, of my mission and me sharing it, hopefully that, it helps those that's out there to start navigating through this shadow work and knowing what to look for, and understanding that trauma. So committing to a mission and purpose is the key to your liberation. Committing to a mission and purpose is the key to your liberation. But at the same time, you may find that your goals are a moving target rather than dedicate yourself to just one mission. You may often change your mind, or you could find that erratic events disrupt what you are trying to accomplish. And so, with that being said, understand that in dealing in your everyday life, and you find yourself in a vicious cycle, you find yourself at a point where you're feeling those fears rising up, or you find yourself addressing pain or standing in pain or hurt or anything like that. Understand, in order for you to change that, you got to go to the essence. You got to go to the root cause of that, And somewhere along your life, somewhere at some point or a time or another, in another lifetime or whatever, and what I consider another lifetime is your past. Hey, it affects you. And we were never taught how to heal as people. And so this is what I want to offer to you, a healing moment. So check me out. Come to Mpzee.igy6 on YouTube. Check my videos out. And there's some in there that you're going to see like, hey, where is this guy going? Or what is this about? But them all are my stages and degrees. Everything is a stage and degree in life. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be patient with me. Walk with me. Let's talk and walk. Let's talk and walk. Let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? As a people. And mainly black people. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a lot of hidden pain and trauma in us that is resurfacing, and we're seeing it through the eyes or through the lenses in front of us and in other people's actions, and we passing judgment in our mind that's allowing that fear to come back and to raise its head and to treat some people that a certain type of way that don't deserve it. And not only that, treat some people in a way that experience the same thing that you're experiencing. And because of the lack of understanding or the lack of communication or talking about mental illnesses and abuses and the traumas and the effect that it has, you know what I'm saying? We go on with our daily lives, discarding people, kicking them out of our life, giving up on them, or saying something negative about them, or feeding into that same vicious cycle of that pain and hurt that we've been through. So let's be aware, y'all. Come on, holler at your boy, Mpzee. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to stay. IGY6 Productions. Check me out. And like I said, I got a book coming soon. It's called Lose Your Mind, Find Your Soul. And I talk about my life, and I talk about all the traumas and all the hurt and stuff that I've been through. And I also would like to try to provide solutions in that book too. And it may not fit everybody, or everybody may not understand, but whatever you don't understand, hit me up. Post your comments, subscribe, talk to your boy. Let's walk and talk. Mpzee. Peace. I'm out.